Hello. I wanted to do a video because we just got back from Universal and Disney. We were gone for a week. We did 4 days of Disney, 3 days of Universal, and I wanted to put together sort of a survival pack for people that aren't 20 and Olympic gymnasts. In your 40s, these kind of experiences change, and it took a lot out of us. And so there are things that I wish I had brought, and things that we did bring that really, really helped. So this is, I guess, a middle-ager's guide to doing the parks and what you need and what you should have and what we really learned the hard way. So first I want to say there's a big difference between Disney and Universal. Disney's food was expensive and not as good. Universal's was expensive, but definitely a bigger portion and definitely better food. The resort that we stayed in, the Pop Century Resort, was the best, wasn't it? They have a new thing called a Skyliner that's like these gondolas that travel on cables, and it picks you up and drops you off right behind the hotel. Like, you walk to it, and then you don't have to get in a bus with a bunch of people. But it only goes to Hollywood Studios and Epcot right now. But it was the best. So fun. Scary the first time, but super fun. And so anyway, wanted to talk about that. The resort was one of the best things we ever did. We will 100% do that again next time we go. The girls were even asking in the parks, can we go back to the resort? Can we go back to the resort? It was great. So definitely worth the money. Magic Kingdom was kind of hard for us. Their fireworks were amazing. Best fireworks I found of all the parks. But getting on the rides that you loved as a kid, like the Peter Pan ride, or there's a new Snow White ride that's really hard to get on. You have to book your Fast Pass 3 months or in advance to even be able to get on it. So it wasn't, she wanted to be a part of this because she loved her trip. So we're wearing the ears because these are the ears we wore. Yeah, like those things. It's a Small World was even like 90 minutes most of the time. It wasn't even really considered season because we went in like, it was after Christmas, but it was still just crazy. For us, the Fast Passes ruined Disney experience for us as far as rides. It really was just, especially Magic Kingdom specifically, can't really do a whole lot, especially with these kids. There's so much walking, but it's not even the walking that's hard. It's the standing in the lines that's really hard, and it hurts, and there's nowhere to sit in Disney. I mean, you might be able to find some places to sit, but they're not very easy to find. And when you do, you just stay there because you're exhausted. So that was a bummer because the Fast Passes are, they let them on first, so everybody else is considered standby. It's not even like a line anymore, it's like standby. So we did that. Animal Kingdom was wonderful. She had a great time getting her passport stamps. And we went they have all stations throughout the park where you can get a sticker and you learn about animals and conservation and things like that. And she filled up her whole book in one day, and we did the graduation. Show them your graduation.
The wilderness must be explored. Caw, roar.
So that was what she had to do to graduate the thing. Anyway, so we did that. It was wonderful. It rained, but the Pandora experience is worth it. The Navi River boat ride is garbage. Don't even stand in line to see it. We waited 2 hours, and it was like Pirates of the Caribbean, but like really short, and it was just super dumb. Like, not even worth it. Flight of Passage, worth every second. My advice to you is to go towards the end of the night before the park closes, like right before it closes. I think it closed at like 8 that night, and we got in line at like 7:30, and so you can stay in the park. They'll still let you ride the ride if you're in line, and by 8 o'clock the Fast Passes, they aren't honored anymore because the park is closed, so you can't get a Fast Pass. So you're in line. It moved much faster. We were in line for maybe an hour, whereas during the day people were waiting 4 hours, some of the people were saying. So it was just crazy. So that was Animal Kingdom. Great experience there. Then we did Hollywood Studios, which is the greatest park for me so far. I mean, if I were to do it again, I would do Hollywood Studios, maybe Animal Kingdom. I would avoid Epcot at all costs right now. And this is what, we're in January of 2020. It's like under construction. It was just really lame. They need to do a lot of work there. And so much was closed off. It just wasn't as fun as the other times we've gone. It used to be my favorite park. It's not right now, but Hollywood Studios is my favorite. Galaxy's Edge, if you're a Star Wars fan, this is like your pilgrimage. You have to go see this place. It's absolutely incredible. They have a Millennium Falcon there that's like true to size. That made me cry, to be honest, because I am a Star Wars fan. We got to ride Rise of the Resistance. This is really important. If you're going to go to Hollywood Studios and you want to know anything about Rise of the Resistance, you really need to know the process that you're going to have to go through to get on the ride, because there's no line and there's no fast pass for this. You have to get a boarding pass, which means you have to be in the park by the time it opens, which was 7 o'clock. We got there just before 6 to get in line. We got in the park like 6:40. There were thousands of people waiting to get in to get boarding passes for this experience. It is a ride, but it's more than that. It's Disney. It's classic Disney, you know, exceeding all expectations, just anything you could possibly dream up. They went above and beyond past that. I will tell. So what you do is you get in the park. They need to register you. Where's my band? Do you have it? Okay. This is the Magic Band that it's really just your ticket. You can get these when you order your tickets. It links up with your ticket number. It even has, stop growling. On the back, it says your name. I don't know if you can see. It says my name backwards. But everybody's name is on the inside. And I ordered these little guards on, I think I had those on Etsy. You can get skins to go over them, whatever. But this is your ticket. You can also link your credit card to it. And you have a secret pin that goes with it whenever you make a purchase. And so you don't even need to bring your wallet into the park. It was wonderful. Dangerous because you're just like, oh, just scan this. Anyway, so you scan to get in the parks. This is great. I love this idea that they stop. Then once you're in, when it hits 7, you have to have your My Disney app up. It will say, it'll say Rise of the Resistance ride, how to join a boarding group. And you hit join the boarding group. It needs to kind of be refreshed before 7 hits. Then you hit join a boarding group. Then you click everybody that's in your group that's listed in your party with, all their tickets and whatever. You click their names, hit enter, and then that's when you get a boarding group number. We got boarding group 37. Some people that had gotten there at 5 o'clock in the morning got boarding group 50. At any rate, it's not like a first come, first serve thing. It's like you getting this in time. It's almost like a lottery. And you have to be really quick about doing it in order to get in. All of the boarding passes for the entire day were gone in 8 minutes. You can get into a standby group, but it's kind of, hard to do, I guess. Sometimes they get to those and sometimes they don't. So it's kind of, you don't know. So that's for Rise of the Resistance, which was worth every mile that we walked in all of the parks. It was worth the drive down there. It was worth every single bit. It's just absolutely incredible, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. You will not regret any of it. So anyway, okay, so then I'll talk about Universal in a second, but this is what I wanted to show you that you should bring if you are 40 or above, or middle-aged, or have any other kind of issues. Here is a foot massager. If you can get one of these, I would bring it with you. We did not. I wish we would have, because it would have been a lifesaver. It's also heated. Who makes this? Homedics makes it. Bring it with you. CBD, a good quality CBD oil will help with any kind of aches and pains and like inflammation. Relief cream helped a lot with sore muscles. Tiger Balm helped a lot with sore muscles. Hold on. This was also a lifesaver. If you can get these from your doctor, they're lidocaine patches, and they last a long time. They last like 12 hours, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. But this was good for your backaches from standing in line, especially at Disney World for 3.5 hours in some of the lines. Band-Aids for blisters and toes. Your toes rubbing together and stuff. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know of any shoe brand that would have been absolutely perfect. Crocs. It's where you want to be. Band-Aids. Oh, another back massager. This would have been a lifesaver. Didn't even think about bringing it. Okay, this is something I want to introduce to you. You may all not know this. Some of you in like sports or whatever totally know what this is. This is KT tape. It's like a kinetic sort of tape. They come in like they come in strips, like segments. And man, this stuff is remarkable. You should definitely get at least 2 rolls, depending on how old you are and how much you need support. It's really good for ankles. We taped up my back a couple of times, which was really, really nice. And you YouTube how to tape up an ankle or how to, tape up a knee or a shoulder or an elbow or something like that. That stuff is amazing. I don't know the science behind it. I just know it works really well. KT tape. Get you 2 rolls. I'm telling you.
Get 2 rolls.
Ace bandage. That self-adheres. That was also good for an ankle. I think that's all that I have over there. Another really good tip. You can make reservations for some of the restaurants in there. I know that in Epcot, Germany was great. Sorry. Oh, I'm not going to do that right now. We made breakfast reservations for Be Our Guest, which was Beauty and the Beast Castle in the Magic Kingdom. We thought that there were going to be characters there. We had read that somewhere. And it was hands down the biggest waste of money ever. The food was mediocre. The wait to get in was terrible. Have a seat. You're going to be escorted out of here. And the prices were like through the roof. Now, I wouldn't have minded paying that if we had gotten to see some of the characters come in. We could have like knocked that experience out. It was crazy. Like, just don't even bother. Don't even bother. Universal was great. The wait times were low. There's tons of places to sit. We got to have a lot of experiences in one day with all the walking and everything. There was little wait. I think the most we waited for a ride was an hour, and that was to get on the Hagrid's motorcycle ride, which was seriously terrifying for me. She wasn't tall enough to go on that one yet, nor was she tall enough to go on the Hogwarts one, which is also one of my favorites. I loved that. We went on that like 3 times. So all in all, Disney is a cleaner park than Universal, I felt. Oh my gosh, dog. Did y'all hear that?
Freedom.
Seriously.
Freedom, what a cutie girl.
Also bring lots of ibuprofen. You'll be probably eating out a lot, I would imagine, like we did. But all in all, it was a very fun time. And
I'll be right back.
we had a blast. And very thankful to Disney and Universal for honoring service members to be able to get in at a discounted price, which really helped us so much. And anyway, we're very thankful. We got park hoppers the 4 days, and then the 3 days for Universal. We also got a military rate too, which was wonderful. So if we were to do it again, to sum up, we would most definitely stay at a Disney resort. We loved Pop Century. It was great. What?
When I eat one of these, so spicy.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. You're gone. Bye-bye.
I did nothing.
Bye.
I did nothing. Oh, hey, ow.
Okay. We would visit Animal Kingdom was great. Hollywood Studios 100%. Magic Kingdom would be a maybe one night thing to see the fireworks because they were the best. I would avoid Epcot, and I honestly would avoid Magic Kingdom during the day. That's just my opinion. And then the rest of it, I would absolutely do 3 days of Universal again. Parking's crazy expensive. I think we did the Prime one, I think it's called, so that we could be on the same level as the park, and that was $36 a day. So if you have any questions about this time that we have, because we literally just got back last week, you can make a comment or ask a question. So anyway, that's it. It was extremely magical. Cast members at Disney exceeded our expectations. So anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I'm glad that I did this because now I can look back and like remember specifics of this trip, because it probably will be a while before we go back, but for you, hopefully this was helpful in some way. All right, bye.